I want to try a fast speaking experiment with you.
Why do you suddenly sound so incredibly dangerous today?
Talk about penguins right now with absolutely no thinking time.
Penguins are funny birds that live in very cold places.
Keep going and tell me more facts about those birds.
I have nothing else because my brain just completely crashed.
You just crashed like an old broken computer right now.
You put me on the spot and I panicked completely.
Put on the spot means asking something very suddenly, Brian.
It feels terrible when I am not ready for it.
This happens to English learners every single day at work.
I always feel like a completely broken and useless robot.
It is not because your English vocabulary is actually bad.
Then why does my brain stop working completely like that?
Because your brain is doing too many things at once.
I am just trying to find the right English words.
You are checking grammar and feeling nervous at the same time.
That is exactly what happens in my head every day.
That is like opening 10 heavy apps on my phone.
Everything slows down and the battery completely dies very fast.
And then absolutely nothing comes out of your mouth correctly.
I just stand there and the other person waits silently.
The awkward silence makes the situation much worse for everyone.
The other person stares and I want to disappear forever.
That is why speaking English feels so daunting for people.
I definitely feel very scared and completely lost right now.
Daunting means something feels scary before you even try it.
Like answering a sudden phone call from a foreign client.
Yes, it feels completely daunting because you fear brain crashes.
My first English phone call at work felt incredibly daunting.
Most people do not realize the true secret about speaking.
Is there a secret system to fix my broken brain?
It is about using what you know in smarter ways.
I want to use my limited vocabulary in smarter ways.
We have 3 simple tricks to build a perfect system.
Please tell me trick number 1 before I panic again.
Trick number 1 is the famous 5-word simple rule.
What exactly is a 5-word rule for speaking English?
Just give a short answer first, using about 5 words.
Only 5 words when my boss asks a big question?
Yes, do not try to build a big, perfect sentence.
When I build big sentences, I just create awkward silence.
Give 5 words, then add 1 very small detail later.
And what do I do after adding the small detail?
Then you just ask a simple question back to them.
Sounds way too simple to actually work for me.
It works because it takes the heavy pressure away, Brian.
I usually second-guess myself and doubt my own answers.
Second guess means you start doubting your own original answer.
Yes, and while you doubt, the other person is waiting.
This rule says stop thinking and just say something short.
Exactly. So let us practice this 5-word trick together.
I am ready to practice the simple 5-word rule. Okay, Brian, do you actually like cooking food at home?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. That's exactly 5 words.
The question is answered, so now add a small detail.
I usually cook hot pasta on the weekend for dinner.
Excellent. Now ask a simple question back to me right now.
Do you like cooking hot pasta for dinner too, Sarah?
That was so incredibly smooth and very simple to do.
I feel like a confident native speaker with this trick.
Your brain knew exactly what to do without any panic.
I did not need to search for fancy vocabulary words.
Now let me show you the completely wrong way, Brian.
Show me the wrong way so I can avoid it.
Answer the same cooking question without the 5-word rule.
Well, I think that cooking is something I sometimes enjoy.
Keep going and make it much longer and more confusing.
Because when I was young, my mother used to cook.
You sound like a broken robot who is just rambling.
What exactly does the word rambling mean in this situation?
Rambling means you talk endlessly, but you go absolutely nowhere.
My words have absolutely no clear direction when I ramble.
People ramble because they think more words means better English.
I always thought long sentences made me sound much smarter.
Short and clear answers are always much better than rambling.
So I need to stop talking and keep it short.
You need to boil it down and make it simple.
Does boil it down mean making something complicated very short?
Yes, do not give 10 sentences when 3 are enough.
A gasp! I will always boil it down at the coffee shop.
Let us practice at the coffee shop right now, Brian.
Hello, what can I get for you to drink today?
Just a hot black coffee, please, and thank you, Brian.
That was very short and nobody rambled about cold milk.
What happens when someone asks you a very big question?
Like telling my boss about myself at the big meeting?
Yes, 5 words are not enough for that hard situation.
A gasp! I would just start rambling and completely ruin my career.
That is exactly where trick number 2 saves your life.
What is the second trick to stop my terrible rambling?
It is called the famous 3-2-1 simple framework.
How does the number framework actually work in my brain?
It is amazing because it immediately stops you from rambling.
Please explain the simple rules before my next big meeting.
When you need more words, pick one of 3 options.
Okay, option 1 is giving 3 steps to my boss.
Option 2 is talking about 2 different types of things.
And what is the final option 3 for my tired brain?
Option 3 is talking about just one single main thing.
Wait, so I do not use all 3 options together?
No, you just pick one and your brain gets structure.
So my brain immediately thinks about 2 specific types only.
Yes, it gives your brain something strong to hold on to.
A gasp! Instead of panicking and searching for random English vocabulary words.
It gives you something to fall back on very quickly.
Let us practice this amazing framework right now with me.
Okay, your random speaking topic is the early morning time.
I will quickly choose the 2 types option right now.
Tell me about the 2 types of mornings for you.
There are 2 types of completely different mornings for me.
What is the first type of morning you usually have?
First is the good morning when I wake up early.
And what is the second type of morning you have?
Second is the bad morning when I hit snooze twice.
See, that answer was clear, organized, and very fun, Brian.
And I did not need to think for a long time.
Your brain just went to 2 types and started talking.
Okay, now it is my turn to test you, Sarah.
Give me a completely random topic to talk about now.
Your random topic to discuss is eating delicious hot pizza.
I will use the one main thing option for pizza.
What is the one main thing about eating hot pizza?
The one main thing is that it brings people together.
That is very true. Nobody fights when there is pizza.
You order it with friends or family at fun parties.
Pizza is basically a delicious peace agreement for hungry people.
That was great, and I did not ramble at all.
You had one clear point and you delivered it perfectly.
That is the extreme power of this simple number framework.
My brain does not need a perfect speech anymore today.
Your brain does not need to come up with everything.
What exactly does the phrase come up with mean, Sarah?
Come up with means to quickly think of an idea.
I usually cannot come up with anything to say immediately.
That is the absolute worst feeling for any English learner.
But with this trick, I always have a safe starting point.
Now we have 2 perfect tricks for your daily conversations.
The 5-word rule for very quick and short answers.
And the framework for much bigger and longer professional answers.
Is there another secret trick that native English speakers use?
Yes, there is one more thing that native speakers do.
Please tell me the secret because I want to learn.
This is the one I called a cheat code earlier.
A real cheat code for speaking fluent English under pressure?
Yes, it is called the buying time phrases trick, Brian.
How do I buy time when my boss is waiting?
Native speakers almost never answer a hard question immediately, Brian.
Did you notice that we always say little things first?
What do you say when someone asks a hard question?
I usually say, "Oh, that is a very good question."
Or you might say, "Let me think about that briefly."
Are those little phrases not actually my real final answers?
No, they're just stalling to delay the conversation purposely.
To stall means to delay so my brain can think.
Yes, you stall so your brain has time to process.
So I'm not really complimenting their very good question?
Exactly, and it sounds completely natural to the other person.
Nobody thinks I'm stalling. They just wait for me.
What are the absolute best buying time phrases to use?
I want to use them at the office tomorrow morning.
Number 1 is saying, "That's a really good question."
Number 2 is saying, let me think about that.
Number 3 is repeating part of their long, hard question.
Oh, so you were asking me about my weekend plans today.
Yes, that checks that you actually understand the main question.
And those few extra seconds give my brain enough time.
Your brain only needs a tiny pause to organize everything.
Instead of looking lost, I look very confident and smart.
You do not need to understand every single spoken word.
Wait, I do not need to hear every single detail?
No, you just need to catch the overall general gist.
What exactly is the overall general gist of a conversation?
The gist simply means the most important main idea, Brian.
Like catching 70% of the words and guessing it?
Yes, that general gist is usually enough for daily communication.
I did not understand everything, but I got the gist.
Stole with a phrase and then use your quick tricks.
Everything connects together to build a perfect speaking system now.
Let us practice all 3 tricks together at real speed.
I am fully ready for a real speed conversation now.
Brian, what do you think about using modern social media?
That is a very good and interesting question, Sarah.
You used a stalling phrase to buy your brain time.
I honestly have very mixed feelings about modern social media.
That is your perfect short 5-word answer, Brian.
There are 2 types of social media users out there.
And you just used the amazing 2 types number framework.
People who learn and people who just scroll for hours.
Now, what is the final step of the perfect system?
What do you think about modern social media today, Sarah?
You asked a short question back to finish your turn.
I used all 3 tricks and did not panic once.
You sounded clear and completely natural without any long pauses.
Nobody would ever guess I am a nervous English learner.
It's about having a system instead of big words.
I just need to stop trying to wing it everywhere.
Wing it means doing something with absolutely no real plan.
Like walking into a meeting and just hoping for success.
Yes, trying to wing it usually makes you ramble endlessly.
I panicked because I winged my entire presentation last week.
So, do not wing it and always use the tricks.
What if someone asks me something completely unexpected and new?
Answer off the top of your head with the gist.
Does off the top of my head mean saying immediately?
Yes, saying your very first thought without any long preparation.
And my very first thought is usually perfectly good enough.
Perfection is always the biggest enemy of speaking fluent English.
I will stop waiting for absolute perfection in my sentences.
We want you to practice these powerful tricks every day.
Give us your short answers in the comments section below.
Let us quickly summarize the most important speaking tricks today.
Never wing your answers and always find the general gist.
Remember to use the 5-word rule for quick replies.
And a 3-2-1 framework for very long answers.
Use buying time phrases to stall when your brain crashes.
Now it's time for our final weekly challenge today.
If you're committed to making this 15-minute plan,
A part of your life, show your great, amazing energy.
show your energy by smashing that big like button now.
Be a true hero for a friend by sharing this.
Sharing this video with someone you know is too busy.
Too busy to study and to lock in your commitment.
Your commitment to this challenge, subscribe to our channel now.
And smash that notification bell. Thank you for watching today.